अविरतं परिपूर्णरूपः श्रेयः समेतिषत् शाश्वतिकं मुकुन्दः श्रेयस्समेतिषतु शाश्वतिकं मुकुन्दः श्रेयस्समेतिषतु शाश्वतिकं मुकुन्दः. As today got its own special significance with special reference to the Global Day for Happiness, International Day for Happiness. I take up Sukhamimamsa, which is very well psychologically, spiritually portrayed by Paramatman in the 18th chapter. We are just simply running behind the sukha, sukha, sukha. Happiness, everyone wants. But Krishna gives wonderful insight about it. It is very much natural to go for happiness. But what type of happiness we must prefer to adopt in our life journey, human life journey, that is the most important crux of the point to be pondered over, that too in this so-called scientifically oriented, technologically advancing society, so-called modern society. All are now simply chasing sukha, sukha. Human tendency is to know and act. Without knowing, he cannot act. Without knowing, animals can act. Human tendency is to know, janati. As we know well, you go for aspirate, go to get it. You develop some sort of will and wish in your antahkarana. That is called ichhati. Then it is yadate. He tries to get it, obtain it. That is how human tendency is. But now we are very much tempted by our instincts. That's why we don't apply our upper chamber, in the sense our competencies, intellectual, creative, innovative competencies, which are our main power centers, with which we have to proceed further in our journey. So Krishna gives proper guidance. In 17th and 18th chapter, he classifies every aspect of human life under three headings, three guna pattern. So in the 17th chapter, he starts with the Shraddha. How Shraddha can be of three types. Sattvika Shraddha, Rajasika Shraddha, Tamasika Shraddha. So that he gives this type of insight for every aspect of life. Ahara, food you take. Again, he gives this proper details to us. Yajna, Karma, Jnana, Sukha, Tyaga, all these aspects. Whether it is food, or your duties, or happiness, or knowledge, or workmanship, all these very important, essential aspects of human journey. He takes up and gives wonderful detail in the context of Triguna Vyavastha. So that this Triguna Vyavastha, Sattva-Rajas Tamoguna, based happiness, how it must be. Yatra agre sukhamiva pariname amrutopamam tat sukham sattvikam prohitam. That is how he puts it in the 18th chapter. Two words he takes as master keywords. One is Visha, poison, other one is Amrita. These two words, if you understand, we can know the real concept of happiness. So, there are some kinds of sukha which is apparently very much attractive, temporarily very attractive. It attracts you. In the same time, it draws you down. That is called Rajasika. Agre Vishamiva Pariname Amrutopam. While enjoying it, while consuming it, while experiencing it, it looks to be very much tasty, very much nectar-like. But Parinama, when we check it in terms of its impact, in terms of its consequences, in terms of its utility, it is very dangerous. That is what we experience now. Our young boys and girls, they take that type of food which is very much tasty when you put it on your tongue. As soon as it is inserted, it goes inside your stomach, it starts burning your stomach. That type of chat and so many types of food which is not at all eco-friendly. So our ecosystem, we go for that. We enjoy that. And many friends will be there, and while chatting, they will be eating chats. That is, chat means that food which is very much tempting for chattering, which is very much tempting for gossiping. That type of food. Normally we see young people in such shops, in so many hi-fi hotels, that too on roadside popular centers. Most dirty, very bad. This is good means tasty, temporarily, but its effect not only for Annamaya Kosha, physical body, even for your Pranamaya Kosha, which comprises 72,000 nadis, it makes the whole system imbalanced. Your whole Pranamaya Kosha will be full of tamas when we go to that type of food. So, that is not sukha. So that what we are taking, which is amrutopamam. Amrutopam, good in its impact. So that it makes you physically sound. That type of food, that type of happiness he takes up here. That happiness which makes you contented in the future. At present it may be a little bit sore, may not be so much like, may not be so much tasty, but in future it gives very eco-friendly health for you. It makes you physically sound, mentally pure, intellectually creative. That is what food we have to take so that it creates that type of sense of happiness in our mind. That type of happiness that is called Sattvika happiness. Then what is that Rajasika? Rajasika, it is very much adverse to it. Because it makes you temporarily happy. Vishayendriya sanyogad yattadagre amrutopamam pariname vishamiva tat sukham rajasam sukha. The second type of rajasa sukha, it makes you temporarily enjoyable. It is enjoy. Now, more than happiness, we go for joy. Actually, man must go for content. There are such hierarchical upgradations in the sense of happiness also. That is what psychoanalysts, they put forth this type of thoughts. When our mind is pure, we never stop in this stage of enjoyment. We go for contentment. Then there also we don't stop. Again we go for happiness. From happiness again we go for bliss. Even from bliss stage also we go to ecstasy. These are the words in English. Denote that grade of happiness, contentment. This happens correspondingly in connection with the rating of mental sublimation or mental standardization. As our mind becomes full of sattva and crosses that barrier of rajas, we never stop somewhere in the happiness or joy which only occurs due to connectivity between sense organ and sense objects. That is where we err. We have to cross that particular stage. Then we go to happiness. Even our journey is so much upward, ascending, that we go to that ecstasy level, Brahmananda level. In Sanskrit also they say, it is first one is Vishayananda, then it is Bhavananda, the third stage is Brahmananda. So Ananda got these three major levels. That is how human journey must go upward. Nowhere we are permitted to stop, to be stagnated at Vishayananda level. Vishayananda is very good if we enjoy it, making our mind people-friendly, user-friendly, nature-friendly, no problem, okay. But we cannot stop there, we have to cross that barrier and go to the next one, that is Bhavananda. So that while sharing, caring, we have more happiness. The same mind which was enjoying so much happiness while eating, the same mind goes to that level, so that sharing, caring, all this academic excellence, research insight, all these intellectual and emotional upset just make you more happy. That stage we go to. That's how we have to conduct our journey. So in this context, we must go for Sattvika Sukha. If we go to Tamasa, it is very much dangerous. Now we see this Tamasa Sukha. So that at the cost of others' destructions, we want to make ourselves happy. This is most selfish, it is so dangerous. This type of devil dance that is going on around, it is to be stopped. Yoga is the only panacea, yoga is the only remedy for that. So Krishna gives this wonderful insight about happiness also. This day it is attached to this particular speciality or significance. So in this context, we must think about the real content of happiness, which is sattva based. Om